Hello. Welcome everyone to another episode of the Role Playing Guys. This is Spencer hopping on here to do a quick little intro. Welcome everyone to Season 4, Episode 2. Thank you so much for joining us again. As you already know, the Role Playing Guys are a proud member of the Necropodicon Podcast Network. Check out the other great shows on the network, such as Wheeler Woe and League of Villains. You can follow the network on the social media as well at Necropodicon. We want to give a shout out to our awesome Patreon donors, so here's a shout out. You guys are a cool pool on a summer day. Thank you so much to Brad and Jules. If you haven't listened to their podcast already, The Fate of Eisen, I'd highly recommend it. If you enjoy fantasy, role-playing games, or Dungeons & Dragons, or New Zealand accents, I think you'll enjoy what they produce. They're a podcast of comedians bumbling through the awesome world that Brad has created. So check it out. Please follow us on social media like Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. You can search the Role-Playing Guys and find us on any of them. We also have a website which Tyler runs, where he posts all of our homebrew content, as well as reviews of other games that we played. The website is rolepg13.com. If you haven't rated us where you get your podcast yet, please do. Let us know how we're doing. We love to hear your feedback and love to improve. Tell everyone you know about us as well. As a reminder, we are starting to do something new on our social media accounts. We're starting to do highlights and promotions of other pages, creators, and podcasts. If you are on social media and want us to post about you, send us a DM or email us at rolepg13@gmail.com. Give us a little explanation about what you're doing and why you're doing it, and we'll post about your content to all of our followers. Finally, thank you so much to all the musicians who provided content to us for this episode. Specifically, thank you to Quincas, Moreira, the Rondo brothers, the Whole Other, Young Logos, Dan Bodan, Geographer, and my dear friend Eric Simon. If you're interested in any of their content, look them up in the episode description and find them on SoundCloud or YouTube. Anyway, let's get to the episode.
Fluxed humans, rodents of unusual size, a contained, anomalous warping of time and space. All this is nothing compared to what is to come. I know it. You know it. The Night Watch think they know it, but they really, really don't.
Oh, right. I'm the one starting this thing. Okay. Welcome, everyone, to the Role Playing Guys, and welcome to Copori-A. I am Nick, the GM for Season 4, and with me are Spencer playing Robert.
I thought we established that it is Splencer.
Tyler playing the character of Scottie Maddington.
Hey, everybody.
Brianna playing the character of, you've had so many names.
Britta.
Britta Water.
Britta Water.
Respecta Britta.
To respecta Britta, Nicholas.
And Rebecca.
Una da Britta.
And Rebecca as Elle.
Hey.
Miss Elle.
Hey.
So, do we want me to take the reins of recaps again, or does someone else want the privilege?
Oh, you aren't allowed to DM and recap.
Really?
I'm going to do
goes.
the recap.
Tyler, recap.
It's
please.
me. So,
Turtler's
our
turn.
adventurers, our agents gathered together at the headquarters of, what's it called?
Two brothers.
Valiant, I think.
Valiant.
Yeah.
Valiant,
yeah.
and they meet Lance, who is the reincarnation of Lancelot, and they meet Nimue, who is Vivian, and we met Merlin, and they gave us our first task of finding the rat infestation inside the various public libraries in the metropolis, and we began to investigate the issue, and we found that there was, I think it was L space, which is like the connection of various types of knowledge and books together creates some kind of interdimension.
Yeah.
Something like that. And because of that, there were rats coming into this world, and the thesaurus was there, which was like a dinosaur with a top hat who loved using lots of adjectives
Not
and
synonyms.
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 He was
Cinnamons.
a cinny boy.
He loves spicing things up with cinnamon. And we just talked to him and said, hey, you need to stop having these portals open and because it's causing problems in our world. And it seemed that he was very receptive and he did so. And Robert had a pet rat. And we killed a rat. And that's all I got, note-wise.
There's one other thing that is very important, and
no,
the
it's
players
not.
have come to this conclusion,
No, it's not
and
important.
it is that Trent is a bastard.
I agree.
He seemed like it.
100%.
Low-key.
Trents are evil.
Amen.
Okay.
For anyone who's named Trent and listened to this podcast, please stop.
Spencer, am I going to have to ask you to leave?
Yes.
Oh gosh, yeah, that might violate the network policy of
Discriminate.
the contract that we
discriminating
signed.
against whatever.
But I think everybody in the network would agree that Trent sucked. So.
Let me see if there's
Hashtag.
someone in the network named Trent. Give me a
That would be.
There is. I'm screwed.
Well, that's why you luckily have the power of editing, so.
Let's see.
I doubt there's a Trent. I don't think I've ever heard of a Trent in the network, so.
If there is a Trent,
can't
if
think
there
of
is a
one.
Trent in the network, they don't name themselves as such on the network Discord. So
Smart.
whatever.
They're
Very
smart.
smart.
They don't want to be known by that evil name.
Deceivers.
They are ashamed.
There is. So anyway, I'm glad that after our practice run before we started recording and our first episode, we feel more comfortable in the game. There is one other critical mechanic that we haven't really used that much. I think I mentioned this briefly. I'll mention it briefly now. Basically, it's flux points and build points. So flux points, you calculated how many of those you have. They should be at the beginning of your near the top of your character sheet. Essentially, you can use flux points to either avoid a situation in which one of your private trait would come into play. For example, if someone had the private trait of kleptomaniac and they were left alone in a room with valuables, then I could argue that your private trait is coming into play. You can spend flux points to ignore that. Or if you argue that any of your traits is coming into play for something like fangirl or something like that,
Stop reading my traits.
then you could say, hey, this trait is coming into play and I think it'll give me an advantage on this. And I'm like, okay, cool. I'll give you a certain number of flux points for that. Every time you spend or get flux points, you get a single build point. So basically, every time you use your public and private traits, you get build points from that, and you use build points to improve your core values and your skills. That's how you level up.
Okay.
That's how you level up in this game. It's through this.
So it's a lot more during the game that you're leveling up or advancing instead of. Okay.
And also,
And it's a lot more individual.
yeah, and because this is going to be such a short season, I'm going to be giving you guys a certain number of build points at the end of each episode. Just so that it's mostly so that I can give you stronger monsters later. So because I neglected to talk about any of that in the previous episode, I'm happy to give you twice the amount at the end of this episode, but I'll tell you that at the end. Anyway, other than that, I think we pretty much got this down. So you all, as Team Copori-A and the Special Operations Night Watch, you have completed your first mission. It's a pretty straightforward one, fortuitously so. But now, all of you, basically how things go is that you all would be like doing your normal thing. Each of you have, well, most of you have your own separate lives outside of the Night Watch. You'd basically be on call for a certain number of days per week. And so you can expect to be called at any time to help with a mission. Whether you'd be contacted by Merlin, the company's AI, or by Vivian Morrow, the CEO's assistant, Nimue. In this case, you get, all of you, wherever you might be, get a call from Nimue.
What time of day is it?
It is lunchtime.
Okay, perfect.
So each of you, if each of you want to describe in a sentence or two what you're doing while you're getting this notification on your iPhones.
Well, Britta's in her little star trailer on the set of the Dark Lord of Dirkholm, getting ready to practice her lines for the next scene.
Okay. How about Scottie?
Scottie is currently in a very cheap and rundown casino playing crepes.
He's playing crepes or
Crepes?
craps?
It's a new version.
He's crapping.
It's a cheaper version of crabs.
I can just imagine him in like a little crummy Atlantic City or like Reno style casino.
Yeah, exactly
just
like that.
gross.
You're like, in Utah, have you ever been to Windover?
No, I've never been
He's in
there.
the same boxers he's worn for 2 weeks.
I haven't showered in multiple days. I've just been winning and losing.
At this point, Robert is in the middle of eating his ham sandwich that he always eats, and he's in the middle of a bite when he gets the call, and it startles him, and he drops his sandwich. Oh, dang it. Oh, man.
And then Elle.
Finishing up some paperwork at the office.
Cool. Yeah, you all get a little pop-up comes up on your iPhone screen that you can see. By the way, sorry, one last thing about flux points and build points. There's actually more you can do with flux points as well. I want you to know this as soon as possible. You can see how much power you have with these. So along with the whole interacting with your traits and whatever, I can give out free flux points if there are epic story moments, basically. Kind of like how you hand out inspiration in D&D. You can spend flux points to shrug off wounds.
Oh, dang.
Basically, you'd have to spend as many flux points as the damage that the attack is doing to you, and that would ignore a wound. And then, finally, you can spend flux points to gain temporary bonuses. You can spend 1 flux point to add a 1-point bonus to your dice roll result. The max number of flux points you can spend to get this temporary dice bonus is equal to the skill bonus you have. So if you want to give yourself a bonus to a ranged attack, if your athletics is 2, you can only spend 2 flux points to give a +2 bonus to the dice roll. Anyway, I'm also flexible. So basically, flux points are kind of like little small story points that each of you have. And anytime you spend them, or I give them to you, you get a build point.
I have a question on that.
Yeah.
You said that you were flexible. Was that a misspeech because you meant to say flexible?
Oh, dang.
I don't feel inclined to answer that question. That did not occur to me.
We're done.
So, well done. Anyway, if you have any questions, let me know in this episode or out of the episode. But, cool. But yeah, flux points. You have them. Use them. That's how you level up, basically.
And then do we only get flux points back by gaining them from you, or do we get them back each round?
They refresh every session.
Ah, cool. All right.
I'm gonna be a little more liberal here because I want to give you some cool monsters, but we also don't have a lot of time. 10 episodes, so anyway. Thank you. I kept forgetting about that little thing. It's something that seems a bit unique to Copori-A. So, anyway, you get a notification from Vivian, from Nimue. She said that she and Merlin have been receiving reports about a death, a very strange death down in the Plindon area, which is Pleasant Grove and Linden.
Plimbus.
So luckily, Plindon happens to be in Valiant's jurisdiction as well, so you won't have to clash with any other security companies over there.
The FBI.
In fact,
They're lucky.
The watch. There are watch officers already there, waiting for you to go over and investigate the scene a bit more. It seems to be the death of a so far unidentified woman.
Oh no!
So, but the reason why the Night Watcher being called, Vivian said it will be clear when you get there. There are some special circumstances to this.
Okay, all right, I'll get over there then. Jeez. Question, Vivian, or this might be for Merlin, or I don't know who, but is there a way to take the iPhone off of vibrate?
Oh, that'd be so gross.
This is essentially like text messages that you see And so when you write a message or take a video or whatever, you basically are waving your hands in the air because there's like buttons that you see but nobody else does. And so you use this to kind of type in your message, and she responds back saying, I don't know what you're talking about because iPhones are not supposed to vibrate. You should probably have that checked out by someone in the Institute of Health.
You got one of those exploding batteries.
Yeah, mine doesn't vibrate. I was sorry. Then I'll go now.
Yeah, her response is, yes, just report it at the scene as soon as you can. So essentially you're going to Lake Park in Plindon. Plindon is more of a residential area, so think of like maybe cookie cutter, maybe slightly better than that, of suburbs essentially. There are nice parks and lakes, even a golf course somewhere in there. I'm assuming, unless there's anything any of you want to do on your way there.
Nope.
We're going to assume you just
there.
Go straight there.
Excellent.
Ride the bus.
Well, Britta's gonna come with like all her stage makeup on because she didn't have time to wash it off.
What does it look like?
So she has like a glyph on her forehead and like glittery kind of cheeks.
A glyph?
Yeah, like some magical glyph. She's playing like this magical bard on the show.
Okay.
So
Wow.
I'm actually basing it off a book.
Okay.
I assume that Scottie is already there, and Robert is discussing with him, obviously, the last episode of Tell It To Me Now.
Would Scottie even watch that?
And Scottie is just like ignoring him, just like kind of looking at the direction of the crime scene, but like kind of being like, oh yeah, oh okay. Yeah, that sounds pretty funny, Robert. Yep, okay.
I imagine, like, somewhere in there, Britta comes in and, like, walks up to the group and Robert doesn't recognize who it is.
Hey, Robert, what you talking about?
Do we know who this is, Scottie?
So if you're assuming you're all there, let me explain what's going on. So this is a nice grassy park. I think most, if not all of you, have seen that park by the Creamery on 9th in Provo. It's like this big, wide, green park.
Quincas.
Yes, that one.
Yeah.
It's something like that. It's a lot of green field. There's some pavilions. There's a couple of playgrounds dotted here and there, and there's just a lake, kind of situated in the middle of this park, this large park. And it's around the perimeter of the lake is a bunch of crime scene tape, keeping people out. But obviously, of course, there's a crowd of people kind of around the lake trying to see what's going on. And you see about half a dozen watch personnel congregating, especially in one spot on the shore of the lake.
Wow, I don't think I've ever seen this much green in one place.
You should see my shower drain. Oh, the dye. The dye I have to wash out every night.
Well, that sounds like a real problem.
Is she playing an orc or something? Like,
I don't even know. I don't even want to know what's in your shower drain, Madigan.
Yeah, I don't want to know either. It's usually cockroaches.
Oh.
Hi, Elle.
Oh, it's Elle. Look.
It's who?
The nerd lady.
Hey.
Hey, Elle. How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Oh, I'm doing splendid. You know, you guys all ready to go over and look at this crime scene? Or are we just gonna twiddle our fingers here and listen to Robert talk about Friends?
That show's pretty good.
Oh yeah, Friends has been discontinued for like 50 years.
Only 50?
Well, yeah.
Jeez.
Well, I'm headed over to the crowd of the big crowd of officials.
Yeah.
Do you guys, do you have a badge or anything I can wear? I kind of don't look official right now.
Well, like you were given a badge. You were given standard issue and like an official looking vest. So you're not wearing that, I'm assuming?
All right. Yeah, she's not. So Britta goes up to Robert. Hey, Robert. Could I ask a favor?
Scottie, who?
I could probably have a lunch sometime with
Oh, it's Britta!
Yeah!
Guys, it's Britta!
You finally got
here.
As soon as Robert kind of exclaims that, a bunch of people kind of like turn their heads. And about half of the crowd of people, not watch members, but people, just crowd around your group. Like, oh my gosh, it's Britta, guys, no way! And
guys, you remember Britta from when we were in the library, and then there were the rats, and Robert was there, and Robert, but I was
Britta,
also there, and then this is Britta.
His ear and yanks it super hard.
Everyone is clamoring for autographs and the iPhone selfies with Britta. Anyway, they're basically impeding your movements, and also some of them are asking who are your friends here? You're all dressed up like security officers. What's going on, guys?
I had already
Correction, Robert is not dressed as a security officer. He is dressed in his suit.
Okay, all right.
He does not look like a security officer.
All right, back up, everybody. We got official Valiant business, and if you want to be held in contempt, you're gonna be thrown in jail. Now back up.
It's contempt.
Is Britta working with Valiant? Oh my gosh, I'm totally gonna rep this, guys. And rep is the social media tweet term or whatever. I'm totally gonna rep this, guys.
All right.
Britta's at Lake Park, everybody.
Yes, and it is me, Britta.
Can you let go, please?
I'm kind of doing a ride along. I'm just seeing how these amazing workers go about their daily life. I'm just studying for a role right now. It would mean so much to me if you could keep this under wraps. Keep it on the down low.
There's enough cacophony that only a few people are hearing you, and 2 or 3 people are walking away they've had their fill of fame, but everyone else is just fangirling all over you. This is what you get for having a rep of 100. You are instantly recognizable no matter where you go.
Okay. Even with her costume on from this set?
Seems like that would make you more recognizable.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's true. So I'm comparing her to are we allowed to mention names of shows on the podcast?
Yeah, it should be fine.
Basically,
The Office, Community, Rick and Morty.
There are a couple shows in the network talk about a couple of the shows in the network talk about horror movies and indie films.
Wheeler Woe. Indie film review.
Indie film review.
Fate of Ison.
How to survive a horror movie.
Shocking
Dr. Evil.
I think I understand that we can say anything.
Well,
on the shoulder.
Oh my. No, too far.
Oh.
We're gonna get flagged.
Brianna, what do you want to do?
Okay, so Britta's basically, she's this world's version of a star from Game of Thrones. So...
Yep, sounds good.
Yeah, so she's just on the show, and it's called Dark Lord Durkholm, and she plays the older sister in it.
Is this based off an actual book?
Yeah, this is.
Okay.
It's one of my favorite books.
Cool.
She will... Okay, guys, yes, I might be starting a new show. And...
What?
Yeah.
No way!
I'll give you guys exclusive access if you...
Leave right now.
Yes.
Get out of here right now.
You guys, it would be great if you could keep this secret, but I will take selfies with you guys, and if you post a hashtag, lunch with Britta, I'll know that you kept it secret and that you didn't post anything else, so I can look up your hashtag, see your online content, but that way, we can totally have a lunch sometime, but you have to keep this quiet.
That's so cool. Roll wit plus influence.
Okay.
Britta, can you please let go? It's hurting.
It's hurting?
Wait, what's hurting?
She's holding Robert's ear.
Yes, she still is.
Why are you holding Robert's ear? That's
Don't
really
complain,
rude.
you puss. And she pinches it harder.
Okay.
Okay, so I rolled a 6.
So you gotta roll again.
Roll that again.
Okay. 6.
Jeez, nice.
Roll it again.
Keep rolling.
3.
Okay, so 6 plus 6 plus 3 plus your wit plus your instinct.
Plus my wit and my instinct?
Yeah.
4, 5, okay, 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 3.
Yeah.
6, 12, 18, 19, 21, I think.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
And I have a +1 to influence. That's one of my abilities, so 22.
Okay, well, that should already be in your influence thing.
Influential. No, it's an asset.
Put it right next to in the box next to influence.
Influence. So that's a 6.
If it modifies a
Oh.
store value
Just add
or
a
a
1
skill, it should be
So
included.
it has the
in
5.
the
You'd
whole
add the 1 next to it.
Oh, so it's actually a 23 then.
thing. Good gracious. Well, yeah, everyone's like, oh yeah, totally. And then everyone's like, parts the Red Sea, basically. The 3 of you can move ahead.
I'm
Robert,
already over there talking to them.
you and I will have
Are you
words.
still holding
Yes.
Robert's ear?
It's almost like she's pierced it now because she has like acrylics on too.
Oh gosh. Anyway, when you arrive at the scene where the other watch members are, what do you want to do? Do you want to talk to them? Do you want to look around?
I want to talk to someone first.
Someone being...
Well, I mean, okay, so they're in a group, right? Huddled around something.
There are 4 watch members huddled around something, yeah.
So if I go over there, what do I see?
You see the following. You see a female corpse, natural brunette, 5.5 feet tall, tan, somewhat attractive with poor teeth. If you were to talk to the watch, they say that, as far as they can tell, the initial cause of death appears to be strangulation. Also, the body is entirely wet, like it was recovered from the lake itself. There is a carving, like the words Arthur Rex are carved into her stomach. Yeah. The carving seemed to occur post-mortem with a sharp blade. Death likely occurred at midnight.
Okay, and where was the body found?
Found a few feet offshore. The only thing the woman is wearing is this large white robe.
I'm gonna look around the shore where they pointed out that she was found and see if there's anything there.
You see, this is, I think it's wit plus instinct.
I'm looking for clues, guys.
That's great.
You got this.
Yeah, I believe in you, Elle, because, I'm not good at this kind of stuff. I mean, I watch those crime shows, but that's about it.
You're better than my understudy at this.
Can we please let go of my ear?
No, Robert. Carry on, Elle. Sorry if Robert's distracting you.
So what am I rolling?
This is wit plus instinct.
So 9.
When you look around, there are surprisingly few clues here, and the watch members are just as perplexed, honestly. You can see at least one reason why the night watch was called in, because Arthur Rex is, of course, very suspicious. It seems like someone who has knowledge of the knights coming back, which is kind of... Valiant doesn't want that. They want to contain that.
Nick, quick question for you.
Yeah.
So when you say Arthur Rex, is it like he wrecks stuff, or is it like Rex like King?
Rex, R-E-X.
R-E-X.
R-E-X. Okay, just wanted to clarify that because it's
Sorry, I didn't realize. Yeah, homophone, something like that.
Homophone.
Homophone. I forgot about that. So yeah, it's Arthur, like the name, and then Rex, R-E-X.
Okay.
Those are the words that are carved into the body. So obviously, Valiant would be concerned about this because that seems there's somebody out there that they don't have influence over, clearly, who seems to know, quote unquote, the secrets. You do, however, with your role, you do notice there is a lady who seems to be trying to get your attention.
I'd like to go up to the watchmen and say, okay, did you guys, have any witnesses? Is there anybody who saw what happened? Any kind of people we can talk to besides just this dead body here? Everyone sees something, so...
Good question. This did happen at midnight, and you know how these good family folk are around here, and no one really uses this place at midnight, so don't really have any witnesses. Although, judging by the fact that there are a few people still hanging around, I don't know if any of them might know something. We're trying to talk to people, but no one's been really upfront with us.
And does the girl look familiar at all?
She does not look familiar to you.
I'm a nightmare.
Actually, you know what? Roll knowledge history.
7 plus 3.
If you have a, like Britta and Elle would, and Robert and Scottie, they wouldn't have the previous iteration. Basically, not everyone in the Night Watch has it.
Okay, I got a 12.
There's something familiar about her. Something is just nagging at the back of the mind. But at the same time, that could also be flashbacks from like the river that you used to live next to, you know, back when you lived in the tower and you pined over the restaurant and stuff like that.
Could
We don't talk about that.
She doesn't look like an Arthur to me.
could Britta roll for familiarity too then?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay.
Knowledge, history.
Why don't we just go talk to her because it looks like she wants to talk to us.
I also want to see.
But Scottie doesn't know this.
Are you guys talking? Are you doing the knowledge check on the woman that wants to talk, or
Yeah, we
on
want to see if
the
she's
dead?
familiar.
Who?
Yeah,
I was doing the corpse.
No lie. Oh, you were doing the corpse?
Yeah, I was checking the corpse if I recognized the corpse at all.
Oh.
Yeah, same thing. That's what I assumed. So that's not what you're doing, Brianna. Your attention is on... I did mention before there was someone who seemed to be, I guess, wanting to talk to you, but she also seemed a bit, like hesitant as well, and nervous. The kind of nervousness you'd see if someone debating whether or not to go to the front desk to ask a question.
And I would have pointed that out when I noticed that.
Oh, I've been there before.
So this lady wanted to talk to me or Elle?
Anyone?
You guys in general, it
Okay.
seems.
I rolled a 5 and a 5, and that's plus knowledge too.
You don't add both of them. You add the highest roll to your
Oh.
knowledge and history.
Okay, so that's a 9.
So one interesting thing that you don't, Britta does not recognize the woman, but Britta does see that this woman works for Globex. Globex is like the biggest corporation. They do everything from security to stuff like furniture to science and research, and like Globex is
like
everywhere.
Amazon.
I guess, yeah. But anyway, she has like some sort of badge, and clearly she's like in her work uniform.
Cool. Scottie's gonna head over and start talking with her and saying, "Hey, so I couldn't help but notice your face out of the crowd. You looked like you had something to say."
Are you with them? With those security officers?
Yeah, I'm with them. I pull out my badge and like twirl it around my hands. I'm like, "Yeah, look at me. I'm pretty official." So,
you look a little young to be one of them.
well, I'm a special case. I'm kind of a big deal upstart in the company. You can ask
Britta's
any of these
bigger deal than
guys,
you, actually.
but yeah, Britta's pretty good too. You know, she's new also, but you know they kind of like me because I get the job done. You know. Oh, hey, Britta.
So, well, I mean, I don't know how helpful this might be. I was just walking here, and I just... So if I talk to you, will it get to the right authorities? Like, will the information get to the proper authorities of the investigation?
Yeah, it'll get to Elle. Elle's the head honcho. She's the most serious one, so yeah.
Yeah, she pretty much runs the show.
Scottie, I want you to...
Don't pull so hard.
Scottie, I want you to roll a wit influence.
Oh gosh, I got 0 influence. Oh boy, that's a nice 4 for you.
I actually made this pretty easy.
Oh, nice.
That's what you needed.
Just barely.
Just barely. Okay. So again, I don't know how helpful this is going to be, really, but this lady, she has a striking resemblance to one of my coworkers in the human resources department. I know where she lives, and no, I don't. I know where her office is and everything. And tell you her name, and I don't know where she lives or anything. So she works in Globex. So my coworker, she looks like my coworker Gwen Wright. I don't know if they're sisters or something. Like I've been debating whether or not to talk to her about this or something.
Do you have contact information for Miss Wright?
Well, I mean, I'm in human resources, but it's not my place to give that away.
Well, I meant, can you get in contact with her? Like, or have you tried getting in contact with her if you're not sure it's her?
Well, yeah, but I mean, like, I don't know. I don't want to intrude on her privacy, you know, and just again.
We all intruded on her privacy when we saw her in her bathrobe.
Like
Well, I mean that's the thing. Like, I don't know if Gwen knows this woman. Like, there's just such a striking resemblance between the two of them. Like, I thought they might be sisters or twins or something. Maybe the next time I see her, I don't know. It's just so weird. Poor woman, you know.
Hey, so Britta,
Yeah.
I'm whispering this over to Britta in her ear. I say, hey, Britta, do you mind, like, putting the sugar on this girl to make her do what we gotta get to do?
Scottie, would you mind asking if she'd let go of my ear?
Hey, Britta,
too?
can you let go of Robert's ear? He's been behaving himself for a while, and you should let go. It's kind of rude.
Fine. Robert, no more slip-ups.
Robert is on his knees nursing his ear.
Okay, please, just no more ear.
No more slip-ups. And she walks off towards that lady they're talking to.
So actually, like, she works for Globex, but she works for like a small subsidiary company called Mega Solutions Group, which is owned by Globex, basically. So like, Globex is huge. Like, she wouldn't be like in the human resource department ever, because she's in like a smaller company owned by whatever.
Oh, okay, so it's
Anyway.
like Disney buying a different studio and someone working in that studio.
Basically.
Okay. Well, she has like a few points into business, so she kind of knows about this. Britta
Okay.
does. Hi, what's your name?
Christina.
Christina.
Wait, aren't you that one gal who,
Well, it's okay
yeah,
if you...
You're in your makeup, of course, yes, you're Britta. Wow, oh my gosh.
Yeah. Keep it on the down low, but yes, I am pretty connected.
Britta, you're such a high profile, why would you be here? This is serious business with an entertainer doing like you doing here.
It's more like a ride-along. I'm studying for a role, so... But I am also curious. I couldn't help but overhear that you were worried about this being an issue with privacy. And I understand how that works and everything. So I wanted to let you know that it's okay. We are officials. They gave me a pass, and so I'm able to be privy to the information necessary to solve this case. So you...
But...
Basically...
Wait, what? You're an official? What are you talking about?
So,
like, you're an actress. You're not supposed to do serious things.
I am interning for them.
Ooh, dang.
Stay in your lane.
And I go, burn.
Well, if you don't feel comfortable
no
with
offense.
me, I am certified. But, Robert, come here.
Okay. Oh, jeez. Okay.
She grabs
hi,
his...
Robert.
She grabs his badge and, like, shows it to this
Christina
girl.
Meza, yeah. Hello.
So,
Hi,
would you feel comfortable talking to Robert about this?
And Robert smiles. But it's a really awkward smile.
He, like, doesn't blink his eyes, like, at all.
Oh man. I want
I'm gonna
see,
roll my...
Robert, what do you want to do?
Can I roll my charisma or whatever check it is?
Actually, this is more of a... I'm going to change it up a little bit. I'm going to make this more of a knowledge business check.
Oh.
Oh, do I have knowledge?
I know this is more like... I want to mix it up a little bit, and you did say you were using your business knowledge to try in your interaction.
Yeah. 10.
Not quite. She just seems very skeptical of you. Like, really, Britta? Like, it's like Taylor Swift was with the SWAT team or something. It just doesn't make sense.
Jeez.
So
Okay, well, I'm gonna grab a clipboard from one of the guys, because I'm sure someone sitting around has like a clipboard or something to write on.
uh-huh.
And I'm just gonna come over and be like, hey, what's going on?
I might have a tip for you guys. Like I was telling the rest of them, this might be a relative of my coworker, Gwen Wright. I mean, I know there's not much to go off of. I don't have her address or whatever, but I mean, I can tell you where our offices are.
Okay, I would definitely like that information. Robert, were you gonna say something?
Oh yeah, I mean, there's always in the human resources department of any business, you aren't really allowed to give a lot of information out just for confidentiality and all those sort of things, especially if it's somebody that you work with on a daily basis like this. I mean, it's a pretty standard deal.
Exactly. Privacy is important in this day and age. This
Privacy is important in this day and age, let me tell you.
In this corporate-controlled world. Anyway.
The illusion of privacy is important.
Yep.
The illusion of the corporate-controlled world is what is important. That's what people think we live in, but let me tell you, we live in a day and age when we are blessed.
We live in a society. Sorry. Anyway, so yeah, she said,
I got a 15 on business.
Oh. Were you trying to, persuade, what exactly were you trying to accomplish?
I was just chatting with her about...
it
would be completely unintentional if Robert would be able to get the name and the location and the phone number of this person, but just kind of discussing confidentiality with her.
Christina is impressed by Robert's, Robert is clearly more savvy in this, despite appearances and personality. But Christina is, after all this interaction, she's willing to give you Gwen's office number.
I will take it.
Oh, I mean, what did we just talk about, Christina?
It's an office number. It's public information. You can find Gwen Wright's office information on the net.
I suppose. Okay.
Besides, you're in an investigation. You need to figure out what happened to this poor woman.
I am on an investigation. You're right.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, I need the number. And, if I could get yours. Too.
Robert, I want you to roll a wit plus influence. Not bad. She's a junior executive. She's about 30. So.
That's a good face.
13.
Yeah, get it.
Oh man, that's a really good roll. You needed to roll a 13. Christina just kind of looks at Robert and says, you know what? Carpe diem. And she gives you her number.
Oh.
I do like carp. You can get that for... I know a good place to get some carp.
Oh man, I love it.
And Scottie is just like, what did I just watch?
Britta's like, I don't know.
Robert is standing a little bit taller now.
Anything else you guys want to do here at the crime scene?
I don't think so. Do you guys have anything? I mean, there's no tracks. The body's pretty straightforward. No one's talking, and we have a lead, so we might as well follow it, right?
Such as it is.
We tell them to keep us posted if there are any developments.
The watch? Yeah.
Great idea.
Yeah, you would be notified instantly via iPhone, as always, if there are any developments.
I guess we're gonna go to the office.
Yeah, I agree with Elle. We should probably go to the office.
As long as I can get out of these robes, I'm fine with anything.
Oh, come on, keep your clothes on.
No, you keep your clothes on, Robert, you scamp.
Yeah, we got a real lady killer here. Oh, wait, that might have been too soon. Let's leave before.
Alright, so anyway, so you're in you guys are in Plindon right now, and the office happens to be all the way out in
Bodan?
near Murray, actually. It's kind of the area between Mountain Point and Salt Flats City. Now that is generally pretty far, especially someone who seems to be on a break or something like that. But transportation, like the train by Utah Transit Authority, is phenomenal. And so I just board a train. It just takes a very short amount of time. So.
It is one gosh darn good public transportation, if that's what you're wondering.
I still think it's worth checking out. I don't know about the rest of you.
Well, I suppose I think I have time.
Well, you guys have all the time in the world. You're getting paid to do this.
Yeah, we're getting paid like $10,000 a month for this, so I mean, it's easy money.
Count for inflation. It's more like 7,000 in our current time.
Trust me,
Nice.
this is much better than running dope
It's still
across
pretty good.
borders. I mean,
What?
working in the
Actually-
factory.
Actually, Scottie, what might be a bit more contraband is like corporate secrets, like files and stuff, corporate espionage. I guess drugs too, honestly.
Oh, I did a little bit of
And,
everything.
like,
How did you pass
Like-
the drug
like
test? There was a drug
substance
test.
augments.
For what?
The job.
You pour apple juice in the job.
Did you?
Do you think they actually check that stuff? Come on now, no.
I'm really disappointed in
Are
this
we-
department.
Are we not allowed to have drugs?
They're technically called substance augments, actually.
As long as you have a doctor's note for it, you're good.
What do you think are drugs, Robert?
Robert opens his coat and
Tell it to
shows
me
you
now.
that he has
Whoa!
a flatliner. He has 3 flatliners. He has 3 gold rushes. He has 10 lotuses. He has 3 Morpheuses. He has 4 OPBs. He has 2 psychedels. He has 4 solvits. He has 4 U4EAs. And he has 4 Zodias.
What?
Oh
I'm sorry,
my
what?
gosh, Robert.
I think you have a problem.
You've been holding out on us.
Oh no, it's not for me. It's well, you know, on other missions that I've gone on, I've confiscated and I have it. I didn't know the policy on turning it in, so I just kept it.
Robert, you.
Did I do something wrong?
No.
You
well,
better give me all of that. I'll hold on to it
This
for
is
you.
a new side to you.
If you guys like, I actually do have the stats for all of those substance augments. So if you take any of that stuff, I know what happens to you. So
Oh, that's dope.
Anyway.
I need to find that.
The substance.
it's in the big character creation document I made.
Cool.
Yeah, I saw those and I was like, maybe Robert will have a lot of those and give them to other people.
Oh my gosh.
All right, so we're heading towards the office, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Using a train, you speed your way over to Murray and you get to the place where the Mega Solutions Group office building is. It's actually more like 5 floors out of like 30 in the skyscraper. But yeah, you make it up there and you get to the Human Resource Department and you see there's a lady at the desk there. Hello, welcome to Mega Solutions Group Human Resources. How can I help you?
Yes, is Gwen Wright in?
Gwen Wright. Well, it is our policy to not reveal information about when and where our coworkers are working. So I'm afraid, unless you have some credentials or something, great.
Flash my credentials.
Oh, I see.
May I ask again,
Quick
is Gwen Wright in?
Quick question about Mega Solutions.
Yeah.
Is it like a service? The service that they provide is human resources for other companies. So they're like the human resources department that can be hired out to other companies.
No, this is the Human Resources Department of Mega Solutions Group.
Okay. Okay.
Pretty much. I guess I did that introduction a little bit weird, but obviously, every company has a human resources department, so this is theirs.
Okay. I wasn't sure if it was like some companies outsource their payroll, so I wasn't sure if
Good
somebody
question.
outsourced their
Anyone who wants to
human
know
resources.
anyone who wants to see if they know much about this company can roll a knowledge business check if they wish.
Scottie don't care at all.
Britta got a 14.
Robert got a 10.
8. Elle got an 8.
You guys only needed a 7 for this. I made it an average roll, but so the Mega Solutions Group is they're a business consulting firm. So like Mega Solutions, like solutions for mega corporations, like
And mega problems.
market. Like if a mega corporation or any corporation really wants help with culture or with marketing or something like that, they can bring these experts from Mega Solutions Group to help them out. Like basically a business consultant. So yeah, the lady at the desk says, "Oh yes, this is right. Her office is, you go down the hall and you take a left and then a right, then you take the middle fork. It'll be the second door on your right. And then after that, you're going to take the left, and it's the first door on the left.
I'm gonna follow those instructions.
Left,
Okay,
right,
so left, then
middle
right,
fork.
then middle fork, then left, and then first left. Got it.
Yep, basically, Robert knows his business term, basically. So,
Yeah, the left and right, the complex business terms.
I'm sorry, whatever. There.
Yeah, I don't know that. What's that?
Sorry,
Up, down?
you know your way around this. Whatever, shut up. You make it to the office and you see a woman sitting at her desk. And when you all enter her office, she looks up and says, "Oh, I don't remember having an appointment at this time."
Does she look like the corpse? Now that we see her in person?
There is some odd resemblance, yes.
Well, you're not dead.
No, I'm not. Can I help you with something?
We were told by, and I use her name that I obviously don't remember. Christina. That someone who was found recently bore a relatively strong resemblance to you.
Oh, well, wait. What are you talking about? You saw someone that
Do
looked
our
like...
phone things have the ability to take a picture of her?
Yeah, picture, video, the works. Basically anything that our current phones can do.
Well, I show the picture. I would have taken a picture showing the picture of
Oh,
the face, not the rest of it, just the face.
oh dear. Well, I guess there is quite a resemblance to me, I suppose. I don't think I know much about that woman. Where was she found?
Down in Plindon area.
By the way, I'm going to share my screen with you guys so you can see. I have a picture of what this woman looks like. Well, I guess there is a interesting resemblance there, but I mean, I've never really had a sister or something like that. Plindon, you say? I traveled through there to get up here for work. I see this same person multiple times, actually. There's just someone who's been bothering me, been on my mind. Or I feel like he might be following me or something.
Now, was it this lady or was it somebody else?
Oh, no, it was a man.
Could you describe the man?
Actually, even better, I've taken a picture of him without knowing when we were on the train one day. I can send that to you if you wish.
Please do.
Oh, okay.
I won't get anything better.
Yeah, true. Seriously.
Alright. Yeah. So she makes the hand gesture, like pushing buttons and swiping. And she said, see, what security team did you say you were from?
We're from Valiant and we're Copori-A.
Oh, Valiant.
Copori-A.
Valiant.
O.
I'm rather surprised the woman let you through because this area is covered by the Globex security team.
Yes, but since it's a case that's in our area, and we only
The
came
case is
to
in your
ask.
area, yes, but
Trust me, any assistance you can give us is gonna be great, and we can leave, and you won't have to worry about us later. We need to know anything you know.
hold on a second. I do remember reading something about that, about what you're investigating this morning. You look like special operations soldiers. What, wait, hold on. No, you guys don't. Right?
Well, I do.
Probably not.
Okay. Hold on, that badge there, you're not part of the Watch, you're the Night Watch? What's that?
They're acronyms for something.
Oh, for what?
Basically, we take on more important roles. Robert's really good at explaining it, so I'll let Robert explain it.
Oh, jeez.
Throw him under the bus!
I thought we were here to investigate the dead lady. Now we're gonna investigate a stalker? I'm sorry, guys. I'm just getting really lost. This day's been a roller coaster of emotions.
Okay.
Well, if you're not going to provide any helpful information, I vote we go back.
Just me? Like you're sending me out?
Well,
I did my best.
it's just, well, I mean, like, I want to help you. I want to help you guys. but I just don't want to get in trouble with the Global Republic, the security team over Murray.
That's a good point.
You know what? Actually, let me speak with one of my coworkers. I have a coworker who knows a bit more about this than others. Excuse me, please. So she basically goes across the hallway and talks to someone else, and then she comes back a minute later, and she says, "This is for an investigation in your area. You're right, and I suppose you know what? Here's the photo." She does a swiping motion. Actually, no. She has to ask you where to send it. Essentially, either you could give her a personal email, or there would be a general customer-facing.
I give her that one.
Yeah, do that.
She sent it to that, and all of you are able to see a picture of this man who she claims is stalking her. And she said, "It's always whenever I'm in the Plindon area, there's something about this man, and I."
Have you filed a complaint?
Well, he hasn't done anything. It's not like I have anything to be worried about yet.
Okay, well, thank you for your time. I don't think there's anything else we need from her, is there?
Robert?
Thank you for your time.
Oh, I thought he was going to ask her for a number.
Oh, no, he already got another girl number.
You gotta keep them pumping out, though, if you want to meet someone.
Oh, jeez, that was completely out of character this morning. I don't know where that came from.
And Robert is walking out as he's saying that.
I'm glad I could help, and she reaches out her hand to shake you guys' hands.
Scottie spits on his hand, reaches out his hand. That's how we do it, a spit shiner in the streets. Thank you for your help, lady.
I'll shake her hand like a civilized person.
Okay.
I'll do what Elle
Okay,
did.
if that's how we do it in the streets.
Actually, as soon as Gwen touches Elle's hand, starts shaking it, all of a sudden her whole body starts shaking. Gwen seems to have she's starting to have what appears to be some sort of epileptic fit or something, almost like a seizure, and she just kind of collapses on the ground and is just twitching for 10 seconds.
Oh,
Robert steps away from Elle.
Roll her on her side. Britta has some medicine points. Roll her on her side.
Okay.
Make sure that she won't aspirate if she chokes on her vomit.
Is this a new dance move or something I don't know about?
How about you try it out?
Alright, I try it and I do it also.
A few seconds later, she seems to fall unconscious.
Oh, dang. That's not good.
Elle, did you
You
kill
gotta
her?
call 911. We gotta call.
does this resemble anything we may have seen before?
I want Elle to roll knowledge and magic.
Magic?
Oh, I can do magic.
I don't have magic.
Well, you got a 6 on
I
medicine.
only got an 8.
Can I do magic? Can I sense it's magic?
You actually needed a 7. So,
Oh,
nice, perfect.
cool, I got an 8.
Never mind, then you're good.
you realize that, you've seen this a couple times before, and it actually happened to you, Elle, once before, and to Britta once before.
That's what I thought.
Basically, this is what happens when someone is basically reawakening.
Is this a woman thing? I mean, I don't mean to be like that guy, but
Within a few seconds later, Gwen gets up, but she just sits straight up on the ground, and she seems to be panting. I know who I am. I'm Guinevere.
Your sweet honey's at headquarters.
I'm sorry, what?
your babe, Lancelot.
My babe, Lancelot's your head. Really? What?
but that's technically out of your jurisdiction, so
Please.
I don't know how that's
what
gonna
the
work.
hell is going on here? What is this?
I need to see him. It's been, I guess it's been centuries, hasn't it?
Your hair looks great.
Thank you.
Like you haven't even had a
And
seizure.
As Gwen is talking, Elle kind of closes off a little bit. It's a little more resigned and distant.
But wherever you're going, I'm going with you. Maybe I can help you, or if you're going to headquarters, I'd love to go with you as well. Whatever clearance you need to give me, please.
Well, technically, I'm
quit my
not
job.
allowed to give clearance.
I'll quit. I don't need to work here for Mega Solutions Group.
But they've got a good 401k plan.
Well, yes, but Lancelot's not there. You're not there.
Okay, lady. Now you're trying to be all nice and happy and helpful. Now you're trying to say you're some other woman, and you want to go back to our base? Nah, I don't think so. Come on now.
Madigan, this is Guinevere. Oh, you don't know Guinevere.
Who's Guinevere? I don't know who this. I know who Gwen is.
Like Peter Parker's original crush?
Yeah, exactly,
Gwen?
Robert. Exactly that. She turned into Spider-Woman in the other realm.
No, you fools. She actually closed the door this time, and she said,
Take a moment.
yeah, please. So Lancelot is here too. You say he's alive.
I would say in a different state than he used to be, but he is alive.
And he's still Lancelot. Right? Honestly, I'll take him however he is. I don't even know what he looks like. I probably shouldn't have said that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, this Gwen, she's a feisty one.
Go get her.
I mean, I guess I don't even know what he looks like. He doesn't know what I look like anymore. But you can vouch for me, right? Like, you've seen me awake.
Take a moment to collect yourself. This has been a shock, and we'll let Lancelot know, and he'll probably be ecstatic.
Well,
I don't know that I can testify on your behalf because I have no freaking clue who you are.
We only have her word. She is who she says she is.
I'm Gwen Wright. If you want, I can show you my CV if you wish. Guinevere, yes. Ask me something only Guinevere would know.
well, I don't got nothing.
Do you remember that time Morgan Le Fay came to the castle and I was over with Tristan? Do you remember what she said when she saw you with Lancelot?
Brianna, do you have an answer in mind?
No, I want you to...
Okay, excellent, cool. I just wanted to, because she would know. But anyway, she says,
Oh, hot damn, look at that.
No, she said, it was something like,
I want that answer.
You're
That's perfect.
no, I have something. I'm crafting it right now. Give me a second. She pointed right at me and said, "If you stay on your current path, you will prove to be the ruin of Camelot."
Yeah, that sounds like... Yep, that's what she said. Morgan, such a witch.
I remember now. Oh.
Yeah, exactly, Elle.
I'm lost.
Yeah,
Robert, let's go wait outside.
I was gonna ask her a question about tell it to me now, but I guess not, okay. Hey, question, where's the break room?
That's for employees only.
This isn't your break room.
This is outside of your jurisdiction.
Yeah, we should get...
You know what? If you keep saying that, you're not going to come back to see Lancelot, huh?
We should get back to Plindon and do some further investigating, guys.
Maybe we could take her back to headquarters and she might have more memories.
You have a photo of the man. I'm sure you have an AI or something that can analyze that and figure out who that is.
Well, how about this, guys? I group huddle everybody together. Hey, listen to this.
Gwen joins you.
No, Gwen, get out of here. You're not welcome.
Wait,
this
what? No,
is out of your jurisdiction, Gwen. Get out of here. I push Gwen in her face and push her out of the group.
I am the queen consort. How
We don't know
dare
that
you?
yet, so you pipe down, Missy.
Those two do. Britta and what was your name? Elle. They know.
All right, don't make me put these handcuffs on you.
Beg your
This is
pardon.
getting really uncomfortable.
I beg your pardon.
All right, but hey, just give us a second. I'm only joking. All right, guys, group huddle really
We
quick.
just have to explain a few things to them.
Very well.
Okay, guys, this is just me, thinking off the cuff here, but if she is the lover of the CEO and we bring her into the base, maybe he'll give us some fat stacks. When I say stacks, I mean lots of money.
I wouldn't mind a bonus.
I think I'm in it for the reuniting of two lovers. But yes, exactly, Madigan.
Money isn't too bad. I'm cooking for two
Ooh.
now.
Oh, what?
Wait, Robert the rat.
My roommate.
Yeah, I guess we should take them.
Wait, Robert? Or Guinevere?
Guinevere. I guess we should take her to Lance.
Hey, so...
Are you okay with this, Elle?
Yeah, why are you depressed?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay, side note, I don't remember the legends. Is this something I can look up?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I have a document in the folder called the Arthurian Legend.
Okay.
Yeah, the Lady of Shalott totally
So the Lady of
fell.
Shalott is not on there. So Rebecca, go ahead and take a moment.
So she fell in love with Lancelot
The Lady of Shalott.
and ends up dying. Possibly, she loses the will to live because obviously Lancelot is in love with Guinevere. And so, just that, it's the unrequited, and and she was fine because Gwen was gone, but now Guinevere's back, and it's like that whole, she wants Lancelot to be happy.
But she's dying inside.
Exactly. It's fine, guys. Let's go.
All right, back to the headquarters.
If you say
we go.
so, Elle.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's totally
Hey,
fine.
Rebecca, unless you want to spend 3 flux points, you will have a -3 to your next dice check.
I'll take the 3 flux points.
So you're going to spend 3 flux points?
Yep.
Okay, because your private trait is... Are you okay with saying it?
My private trait I chose is depression for Elle. So I'm using 3 flux points to not have to
Take the penalty of that.
take a penalty.
I think I'm gonna make Britta a psychopath for her, like, private one.
Anyway, so you guys have had your sidebar.
It's an emo song.
Okay, so we're going.
I don't know that song.
So
Are you emo?
No.
So all 4 of you, along with Gwen, are going back to College Canyon where the headquarters of Valiant is. And you asked to go to the office of Lance Martin, right? That's where you want to go?
Correct.
Cool. So you all go there, and Lance is there. He's in his wheelchair, and his assistant, Vivian, is also there. And Vivian says, What is the meaning of this? Who is this woman? Is she cleared for this? And
This is Britta. I had the same problem too. I did not recognize her, but it is stage makeup. This is Britta. She's part of the team that we
I
hired.
understand that. Our iPhones have facial recognition apps. Who is this woman?
She just woke up. Or reawoke. She just reawakened, and she says she's Guinevere.
Lance looks up at you. Wait, what?
Yeah, I said the same thing. I don't know what that means. I think she's a little nutty. And I start twirling my finger around my head, just saying, I think she's got a screw loose.
She says she's Guinevere.
Lance is actually speechless right now, and he starts to struggle to get up. He doesn't have to use his wheelchair all the time, but his condition requires him to use it most of the time. But he's able to walk, kind of.
I was looking out a window at this point.
Yeah. Lance approaches Gwen, and basically the two of them have this exchange where Lance asks, is it really you? And then he asks, they talk, the two of them talk for a little bit, and it just kind of clicks in Lance's mind. He says, you are for her. So many years. Even after I reawakened, I've been alone for so many years. They hold hands. Clearly Lancelot wants to hug her and kiss her, but he clearly also wants to save face right now anyway.
Oh, geez, porn.
Yeah, no PDA, please. We'll leave and let you guys have your moment.
Of course. I'll go see. Anyway, all of you are, all of you, including you, Vivian, you're all dismissed from my office. Gwen and I have a lot of talk about. And so now it's anyway. Vivian leads all of you out. She's like, very well, sir. She leads all of you out of Lance's office, and she says, well, expect a very nice bonus after this, sir.
Yes.
Do you like a heel click?
This is something we did not, the only thing that'd be more surprising and honestly beneficial to us would be if we discovered Arthur himself. But, he's dead for all we know. But anyway, have you completed your investigations of the murder?
We're still working on it. She was one of our leads, but obviously we got a bit sidetracked.
Certainly. Well, as long as you still have more to go off of, continue your work on that. Report back to me when you are finished.
These penguins are all headed to the open water to the right, but one of them caught our eye, the one in the center. He would neither go towards the feeding grounds nor return to the colony. Shortly afterwards, we saw him heading straight towards the mountains some 70 kilometers away. Dr. Podcast explained that even if we caught him and brought him back to the colony, he would immediately head back to the mountains. But why?
Oh, that's because they have good Wi-Fi over there.
What you're saying is madness.
No, he just wants to listen to the latest episode of the Indie Film Review on the Necropodicon Network. Can you blame him?
Penguins don't like podcasts. Everyone knows this.
Oh, Werner. Don't be such a Debbie Downer.
How do you know my college nickname?
Listen to the Indie Film Review for the lowdown of all the coolest indie films you've probably never heard of. The Indie Film Review. I'd walk a mile for Indie Film Review. Ha ha!